My life can be best described in two parts: who I was before I found Jesus and who I am now. As a child, I didn't believe I was lovable. I thought something was wrong or broken in me. I've always had some kind of knowledge that God cared about me, but I didn't appreciate or recognize this as love. At the same time, I longed deeply to be loved, to know and understand myself, and to build a family to love. Believing I was unlovable led me to undervalue myself and to look for love in the wrong places. Up until the age of 14, I'd been the perfect student. I loved school and homework, was strongly committed to sports, and had many good Christian friends. But that feeling of being unloved wouldn't go away, and it started to affect the way I acted. It was like overnight I started to rebel. I rebelled against my family, I stopped doing sports, I cut myself off from my good friends and all the things I had been taught as a child in Sunday school. My poor parents, teachers and peers must have been horrified at the path I chose. It is what I can only describe as self-destruction, and it continued throughout my teens. I'm not going to go into details, but I got myself mixed up with the worst sorts of trouble and people. I had rejected my family, my friends, and God. By the time I was 21, I had made it impossible to love me. I was a nightmare and living a horror story. But then one day I cried out to God. I remembered pleading that if there wasn't a better life for me than the life I had created, then I wanted it all to end. I felt completely broken and desperate. That very day, God began to move and changed my life. The God I had rejected welcomed me back with loving arms. I moved away to a wonderful Christian rehabilitation centre, and through the people I met there, through their actions, words, and example, I encountered God's love, grace, and forgiveness. The Lord asked me to believe in Him as I had nothing to lose. Up until that point, I had been scared to believe in case it all turned out to be untrue. But I surrendered to His love and mercy, and I asked Jesus to take charge of my life. The Lord started to speak to me, teaching me a different way of thinking and living, and most significantly of all, what I believed about myself. He began to rebuild what had been broken through His words, through dreams that He gave me, through listening to Christian music. God began to transform me. That was 15 years ago, but I can still testify today to Jesus' faithfulness, His love, mercy, hope, His grace, and His peace. I am still so grateful and utterly blown away by how much He loves me. The identity I once carried of feeling unloved has changed to knowing I am deeply loved. God has really blessed me. I have a wonderful family I once thought impossible. I had been married for 10 years to my loving and patient husband, Andy. We have a daughter who is the most wonderful and precious gift imaginable, and our son is my little warrior, my absolute heart. My relationships with my family have also been completely restored. The Lord has taught me how to build a successful business, how to love and show kindness to my clients, and how to work with integrity. Being a member of King's has been a key part in my journey. Being accepted, loved, and known has made it much easier to remain faithful through the highs and the lows. Life with Jesus doesn't mean everything goes well all the time. We have His favour, but living through hardships and trials are all part of this life. However, with God, even in the hardest moments of turmoil, are filled with hope and peace. The love of God has completely transformed my life.